Hey everyone, welcome to Samara and our ASMR. I'm going through a spiritual battlefield warfare attack right now. And I just want to say to the people who, judge people for being different and target people for spiritual gifts and label them crazy, and people who are narcissists and narcopaths and who are energy vampires and the reptilians as well as the alpha draconians. It is very wrong what you are doing to people with gifts. Like, you need to stop targeting people who literally have gifts, and you need to stop judging them and trying to shove them in your fucking box of 9 to 5s or 3 to 11s, because we are extra sensitive, extraterrestrial beings. I'm a walk-in soul, and it was trauma based. And I invite you to look at my other videos. And I started getting attacked by archons. I just got attacked now. I got texted by one. Archons will straight up attack me. I'm a targeted individual. I just got attacked by my reptilian mother, okay? I no longer can work a 9 to 5. I no longer can have a regular job like other people because of all the trauma, because of the abuse. So, I don't get help from the state. I don't get housing. I don't get anything. So it's just like, and then they're trying to, like, my sister and my nephew are energy vampires, as well as my ex-brother-in-law, my other energy vampire nephew. And they did witchcraft on me and my kids, and they kicked us out like 2 years ago almost from my mom's house, to where I had to go and take my kids and I to a shelter, also known as a rescue outreach mission, that was extremely archonic, extremely abusive. We kept getting sick. Okay, and my sister's ex-husband is a wicked crackhead. She was on a bunch of drugs. She has borderline personality disorder and schizoaffective disorder. Okay, and she uses her illnesses and her personality disorder as a crutch. And I've been getting targeted by archon reptilians. So, like, her sons are energy vampires, and so is her ex-husband, and she's an energy vampire. She's a dark feminine. She's from the darker realms, and I'm a starseed. So they put it in my mother's head after my father and my brother died that I need to go and get a job. And I was protecting my kids from my abusive nephew, who would, like, he locked his dog in the room. Okay, he locked him in there for hours, and it's a little Chihuahua puppy, and he'll bark for like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours and lock him in a cage in a room. Okay, and he doesn't have a job. He, like, sells drugs. And this is all allowed. And then he also, ruined my candles. He busted glass candles. He's poured bleach on my car. He's keyed my mini fridge. He's keyed my car. He's thrown away me and my kids' stuff. He's threatened. He, literally he poisoned my son. He almost killed him. He, poisoned his soup. There were so many things. And I've tried to tell the cops this, and then I get laughed at. Like a targeted individual, because it's, 5 people against my word. So, the last straw was, they told my mother that I needed to pay rent and get a job. My nephew doesn't even pay rent, okay? And my sister's 10 years older than me. And so my mom gets help from the state. She gets retirement. She gets a lot of help. And then my sister gets checks for being certifiably sick, because she's really histrionic personality disorder, and she's really schizophrenic. I mean, she's ran naked outside before. She's burned my face with a cigarette. My mom will be like, oh, that's your sister. Forgive her. She's mentally ill. You have your Bachelor of Science Psychology. She's sick. And they'll just keep using this as an excuse. And it's just they will sabotage me and suck my energy. So, and then it's they'll come at me and be like, get a job, get a job, get a job. And it's to an extra sensitive, extraterrestrial being. I feel like it's abuse. I feel like it's a targeted attack at this point. I feel attacked. So, she just started after I got out of the shower. She was like, oh, get a job. I was like, can you please let the Chihuahua out of the cage? I was like, because you're torturing the Chihuahua, and I need to do a Reiki session and an ASMR session. And she was like, if you had a job. And I'm just like, okay, archon attack. And then before this, I walked 6 miles to Dollar Tree, okay, to get some lighters and things for our sessions here. And I asked the lady, I was like, do you happen to have Florida water here and white sage? And then another archon, conditioned attack. She was like, you know, if you prayed, you wouldn't need all that. Do you believe in God? It's like, don't push a job on me that I can no longer work, because I've had so many spiritual evolvements. I'm a walking soul, and so many spiritually, like, awakenings, dark nights of the soul. Plus, they've attacked me and my kids. And then don't push religion on me. And then, like, this old friend just reached out, and he texted me, who goes, hey, how's everything going? Oh, you definitely have a job now, right? And it was like, at this point, everyone's just like, get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. And it's like, I've applied for jobs. I'm not just dismissing them, but it's just like, don't fucking sit here and try to run my life with that archonic fucking agenda bullshit from the reptilians and the alpha draconians. So that's like my event today. And like yesterday and today, like I got home yesterday from like another like 6-mile walk, or maybe it was 5 miles. And then my mother jumps down my throat and was like accusing me of fraud on her card. And I was like, I don't even have your card number. She was like, oh, well, there's purchases from this website. And I'm just like, I can't even go on that website because you shut down Moon Goddess Charm years ago. And I can't order stuff because they have this IP address. They won't let me even log in or even attempt to, you know, press checkout. They banned me from Etsy. So she got my kids to go to their fathers because my sister and my nephews told her and archonically implanted that I need to get a job and help pay her bills. And her and my sister get paid by the state, like retirement, Medicare. My sister gets certifiable crazy checks. She gets like $1,000 a month. I was sitting there struggling, trying to raise my children. Literally, I was trying to raise a baby and 2 girls. They sent my first son away. Then they put witchcraft in my son's soup. They burned his mouth, okay? And then they put formaldehyde and chihuahua poop and bird poop in between his high chair plastic and the styrofoam, and he got really sick, and then he was rushed to the hospital where I almost lost my son, and he was 1 at the time. Right now he's 3. He was like turning 2, and it was just like, he was like a month and like a day away from turning 2, and I had to take them to a shelter, okay, where we got targeted by more archonic beings, because when my nephew, I had a Marchman act my nephew because he was on acid. He was doing like wicked acid trips, and I had kids in the house, and he was selling drugs. And he had planted money in under my daughter's mattresses and pillows, and he set them up and said that they stole. And like they do this shit. And then it's like they just kept targeting me. And then yesterday I got home, and then I got accused of committing fraud and using her credit card number. I'm like, you were in Asia for almost 2 months. I don't have your credit card number. Like, don't accuse me with this. And then today I kindly was like, okay, can you just please let the dog out of the cage? Like, she has the key. Her, my sister, and him have the key. She's like, if you had a job. I'm just like, okay, I can no longer work a regular job. Like, this is my work, my life's work. I'm a walk-in soul. I'm a claircognizant. I'm a clairsentient. I'm a clairvoyant. I'm a highly sensitive person, an HSP. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a book that Dr. Elaine Aron and her husband wrote out in California. It used to be sold on Amazon or eBay. You can look it up. But they always target me. They accuse me of things I don't do, okay? They take me out of my energy. They're like sucking my chi life force energy out of me, and they will like literally abuse the fuck out of me until like they push me into like this victim slash like trauma survivor, like survival mode, to the point where like my nerves used to get shot, and like I would have to call the cops, and then they would make friends with the cops because it was like 4 or 5 of them, and then my nephews would bring their girlfriends over, and then it would be like 5 or 6 or 7 people against my word, and then they made me look crazy. And that happened for years, okay? And it's really not fair. But it's like my mother is in on this with them. Like, she's enabling this behavior, and he doesn't even pay rent, and he's 28 and he still lives here. You know how many times I've moved out and tried to get away, and they're energy vampires, and it's cyclical, so they'll try to like keep pulling me back in. Even my daughter called me the other night and was like, I just think of Cody, like he keeps coming into my energy. Like, she's very awakened and spiritually evolved. All of my kids are from the light realms like me. But today it was just like, my sister gave me the evil eye. I was cooking, my mother came in, and then like they were acting like best friends together. I was singled out, you know. She was like laughing with her, asking what she was eating, being all kind. And to me, she came in and she was like, it smells in here. Like, she's just nasty to me like that. And then last night my sister was like telling me, she was like, stop talking shit, like hearing me on the video. And I'm just like, I'm not talking shit, I'm telling the truth. Like, don't listen to my conversation. Like, and then all day today she was listening to my conversation, and then like ever since yesterday, my nephew, my mom, and my sister, they kept being quiet, and that's when enemies are being silent because they're plotting another attack. And then they've been breaking into my room and unlocking my door, coming into my room when I'm out on my walks and my, you know, because I get things for the fairies on my walks. I get things for my, you know, my deities, like offerings like this, like jujube. I pick them off of a jujube tree. It's like a public tree that people are allowed to. It's not in anyone's yard. And then she chastised me for this. She's like, why are you picking fruit off da-da-da-da? Like, she's like, that's, you know, theft. And I'm like, no, it's a public tree. It's on public land. Like, I'm not going to go to jail. Like, she's always trying to, like, undermine me or, like, make me play smaller, make me bow down to them, or, like, and then she destiny swapped my sister and I to where, like, she told everyone, like, at my daughter's school and everyone on the street that I was mentally ill, like my sister, and my sister was normal like me, and my sister and my nephews are fine. And, like, she, like, they, like, fucking tried to ruin my life. And so my kids are not allowed back here. But yet the crackheads kids are. Energy vampire fucking Satan's kids are allowed here. You know, the spawns. But my light realm kids, my fairy, my mermaid, my archangel, my elven beautiful spirit of lights, they're not allowed here. So it's just like, I don't want them here anyway. But it's like, don't fucking target me. Don't open my door and be intrusive. Don't listen to my conversations. I don't give a fuck if you're a schizophrenic or not. Like, lay off, bitch. You know what I mean? And I can get really cutthroat. So they've been playing in my energy. And then, like, this guy, like, texted me and he was like, how are things now? You definitely got a job, right? It's like, don't Archon attack me. So I'm a targeted individual. And I'm sick and tired of people, religion pushing on me. Like in Dollar Tree today, she was like, I just asked for 2 things. I was like, do you have this? I was like, do you have Florida water here? And she was like, no. And I was like, do you have white sage as an herb, like garden sage? And she was like, you know, if you prayed, you wouldn't need all that. Do you believe in God? And I was just like, I didn't even, like, this is just another form of archonic fucking conditioning bullshit that I don't fucking need in my mental health or in my aura or my auric energy. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't push. And then it's like, I can't even enjoy my food because it's like when I'm cooking, they're always there and they're always giving me hateful energies. All because I don't pay her bills. Dude, you let these people abuse my kids and me for years, and you want me to pay your bills? And you have money from my dad who was in the military. He was a Vietnam veteran from the Marines. Okay? And you have your retirement, and you're sitting on a pretty big nest egg. Okay? And then my sister gets paid well. This one sells drugs, so he's always ordering Uber Eats and staying in with his stripper girlfriend. But it's like, if I even eat or breathe, I get attacked for it. No, it's not right. They destiny swapped me, and they tried to curse me. And this is why I burn Quita Maldición and Yagruma, as well as bay leaves and cinnamon. So I'm going to just, a little bit, that was a little bit of a vent. I did a 6-mile walk earlier, which I should have done double time. But I wanted to come on and do this session, and I needed to, I've been wanting to do a session, and my nephew's been straight sabotaging me, locking his poor puppy in the cage. And if you hear him barking, I am really sorry, and take out your headphones. But this is completely unfair, and I'm so disappointed. Like, I'm, you know, and it's like, for the amount of attacks that I've survived, like, I survived in a plaza after me and my kids were not allowed back here. My nephew came up. I never got to tell you guys about my nephew, the other one that lives outside of the house. His name is Christian John Raven Buchanan, and he has a girlfriend named Alexia Farmer. And they constantly, like, just place negative influential shit in my mom and my sister's head, to where my mom and my sister are completely brainwashed by this crackhead's fucking kids who are 25 and 28 now. And I can't wrap my head around it. And my father had told me that my mother had an affair, like a sexual affair, with my sister's ex-husband, the crackhead. And I always wondered, like, why my mom, every time she's around this man, he was a really bad drug addict, she always laughs and flirts with him. And, like, I really think that my dad was right. And then she'll gaslight about my dad and be like, oh, he was a Vietnam vet. Like he was insane. And I'm just like, okay, you drove him to that point, that and Agent Orange, because you were emotionless. You literally fucking didn't show him love. You're a dark feminine like Jennifer, and they suck energies from people, the darker realms. So I'm just like fucking going through a lot right now again. And I'm not going to let them put me into survival mode. But look what I got today. I got a lighter. A pretty red lighter. Let's see how this lights up the cinnamon. Okay. And like sometimes I wonder like how like my neighbors view us, because I don't want them to think that I'm like my sister, because I'm not mentally ill like her, and I'm not like a plotting ass, hateful, jealous bitch like her. I'm not like that. And like bitches can hate on me all that they want because of my beauty and my gifts, and I'm so rare and different, and I'm a starseed, but don't plot on me. I'm so sorry that Leo's barking right now. This is what I mean. Like they lock this poor baby dog in the cage. I've never seen this in here. This is part of the Yagruma. So I'm gonna burn this. I just kind of want to burn this and just purify our auras and our energies. I'm so sorry about this puppy. I tried to ask her to let him out. I can't legally go into that room because then he'll call the cops and then he'll report me, and I'm not going to jail. I can't enter someone's room that's not mine in the state of Florida. It's the law. So unfortunately, I have to deal with this. So I'm going to do some shaking. I feel so bad for that puppy. I feel so bad for his soul. He's been in there for like 2.5, 3 hours now. Maybe 2 hours. 3, just about. And then my sister was just like, for like 1.5 hours just on the patio blasting music. She's 50 or 51. Born in 75. And she literally was blasting music and just letting him be in the cage while my nephew left with his stripper girlfriend. So it was just like, wow, okay. So I'm angry today. And I'm sorry I have to go into this energetic session with this energy and their energy implants, and they're doing it again. So we're going to connect to the higher starseed realms. I'm really sorry that the dog's barking. I don't have control over that. And I need to do the session. I just need to. Thank you so much for watching if you're here. Thank you so much for subscribing. But they're just they're draining my energy. And it's like, on days like this, like they do it in subtle attacks. Like they do it to attack me so they could force and coerce me to leave the house. So I'm going to use some salsa verde. I love this. It's cantina style. I get it from Walmart. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for that dog's soul. I feel so bad for that little doggy. Animal cruelty, okay? And it's like, this boy does not have a job. He could have easily taken this dog with him. And this is how, okay, so this is a live example of what energy vampires do. And this is how they sabotage you. And this is how they ruin your plans or try to block your progress or just, yeah, sabotage you. Like, they're life ruiners. They ruin people's lives, legit. Like, I was having a fine 2 days. And then this boy, he kept locking Leo in the cage. That's the Chihuahua's name, obviously. And I'm just like, okay, can you, like, let him run around, like, the patio? Oh, he's going to pee everywhere. He already pees and poops everywhere. He doesn't take him out on a leash. Do you guys like my new nails? I got them today from Dollar Tree. I, like, mixed and matched them. Sorry, Leo. I can't let you out, baby dog. I feel bad for him. So, how are you guys' day? How is your day going? I no longer can work a normal job because of a health issue, and then they won't give me Social Security or like disability for it because I don't qualify. It doesn't meet the qualifications for the state. But I had to sit in a bathtub for like basically almost 10 years and had to get sewed up because I was really, really wickedly witchcrafted, attacked by two witches. It was a Christian witch and a Druid witch, and actually two more Christian witches. So it was three Christian witches and a Druid witch, like an Earthbound witch. And they were wreaking havoc on my life for a long time until I started to figure out what they were doing. And then I started burning, I started protecting myself. And when I started protecting myself, the attacks got worse. So like they energetically felt me protecting and they felt me cutting the cords. And right now, my mother's just like laying on her bed. She has the key. She can get into the room, but she wants to torture me and push me out so I can get a job and pay her money. Is what she wants me to do. And if you guys look down on me because like I don't work, okay, then you're just like the rest of the world. I'm sorry. And it's just like I cannot. I've applied, but she gave me the car, and then this one, the schizophrenic, goes and fucking drives my brother's car after he passed away. My mom got that car, and then she totaled it. She crashed, and she kidnapped my daughter and did this shit with my daughter in there and didn't ask me permission, didn't tell me she was taking my daughter. So it's good that my daughters are with their dad right now because honestly, like, they can't be in an environment like this. They can't. Where like we're getting attacked every single day, or they'll spit in my food and our food in the fridge, or they'll take like a Sharpie and like mark up my fucking our clothes, or they'll throw away their dollhouse, or they'll key the car, you know, they'll key my car. Like it's such dark energy like this. And the fire department knows, because like I had to like call like a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, my sister had kicked me and she burned my face in 2021, and then she was throwing food at the door and just acting really erratic. And my daughters were here, and then she was like ordering all this stuff with her like social security or disability, I don't know what you call it. I think it's a disability check from her like certifiable checks. And she was like ordering all this merch for my daughters, trying to like program my daughters to go against me and like follow her around the house and act all weird. It was just archonic as fuck. And then she would like get holy water and then like throw it out my window, and then my mom would scream at me that I'm a witch. And it was just like, bro, my great-great-grandma Antonia, okay, on the islands, was a medicine woman and a doula. So honestly, you're doing her a great disrespect or disdain or discourage. And literally, like, she was a witch. Like, there's witchcraft that runs in our family from Mother Gaia. She was a midwife. Like, she delivered babies. She used oils and plant medicines to heal and help women, you know, during childbirth, and make these tinctures and elixirs and use beautiful, precious Mother Gaia's herbal plants to heal. So how are you going to sit there and be so hypocritical and Christian, Abrahamic and archonic, and then attack me and be like, get a job? Why? So I could pay your bills, so I could enable you to keep doing this to me and keep them around me to torture me, because at this point he doesn't pay bills. So why is he still here? And it's like, and I will fight, and I will stand up for myself and be like I'll fight back and be like, this is my father's house. Like, why don't you go live with your dad? Because why are you even here? Like, leave. And my sister should have gotten her kids taken away by the system. Like, DCF should have taken her kids away from her a long time ago. She would run outside naked. She would lay in her bed all day, be in and out of psych wards over like fucking, I don't know, 95 times in her life. I had to bathe her, and I was a child. The things that I was subjected to, like the responsibilities that I had and the things that I saw with her kids, her ex-husband or whatever, my parents paid 10 grand for them to get married in a church. I should have stood up when I was 10 in that wedding and freaking spoke against their wedding. Something told me to, and I didn't, because I was so shy. I was a starseed. I was so like, it's just not fair. And they will, like, if I tell this to like mortals, they're like, okay, this is too much drama, and like they'll run the other way, or like they'll wish against my relationships, and like then they wonder why, and then it further fuels the fire to be like, oh well, she's not successful, she has 3 baby dads, and she's this, and like it'll fuel them to like keep attacking me or just look down on me and just keep targeting me, like, and keep me in this like little box of bullshit that my mother believes. So yeah, I'm angry, and I have every right and every validation to be angry, and it is my goddess birthright to feel this way, you know? It really is. And the thing is that, like, when Christian, like, wrongfully Baker acted, you know, because I Baker acted his mom, and I Marchman acted Cody. And then I had to Baker Act him because the sheriff was like, no, you need to do this, and you need to get a restraining order against him. You need to Baker Act him and Marchman Act him. And so when I did it to protect my kids, because my son was, I would warm soup, and then I would have to go to the bathroom and come back out, and then there would be like hot chili powder in his noodles. And he burned his mouth one time, and then like the attacks were bad. I had no choice but to give them up to their fathers, not like through the state. DCF never stepped in and took my kids. They tried to falsely report me because they didn't want my kids here. They wanted to take over my dad's house, and then my friend kept saying, oh, they just want the house, they want the money, they want the security. And it's just really, really, really bad energy. And I'm a living embodiment of a spiritual warrior soldier that the divine and the light guardians have chose, and the star seeds have chose. I am from the light realms. You know, I may be venting right now, but it's like there's only so much one person can take. And they've alienated my children from me. And then they blame me. Oh, well, you did that to yourself. So we are going to be tapping today on some coffee glass here. And the person who was the mechanic actually started archonically attacking me. Who I got this coffee, like, I got the idea of Taster's Choice. He had original, but I picked the French roast. And he'll just be like, did you get a job? And I like messed with him back, and I was like, yeah, OF. I work on OF. He was like, what? I was like, I'll text you. I was like, OnlyFans? And like, I don't have OnlyFans, but like, it's like, don't come for me, bro, because then I'll come right fucking back for you at this point. Like, I will give the energy back. Or sometimes, like, I used to ignore. But at this point, like, it's just like, I got attacked from my sister last night, and she was like listening to my energetic sessions, and she'll listen to my phone conversations. And like, I had a boyfriend at one point, and we will call him O. I was going to say, let's just call him O. And he, like, I would sit in the car to like have privacy. Her son, I put the air on, her son tapped into my mother's Bluetooth in the car through like, I don't know how he did this, through his iPhone, and like literally put my conversation on blast. And then they kept coming out to the car, and then was like, this woman, these people, like, why are they like this? Like, these are energy vampires. They need to feed. They have no right to do this to me. And I mean, I've Baker acted them. I've Marchman acted him. Like, the cops know, the firefighters know, like, and they literally let them out after 1 to 3 days. And then they're able to just fucking come out and abuse again. It's like, what is the next step? Are you guys going to find my body wrapped up in a bag in the woods somewhere? Like, it's just so demoralizing. And it's just like, I'm so targeted by these archonic fucking people. Just because I don't work a 9 to 5, you guys are going to attack me this bad. I can't even be a fucking mother because you want me to go out there and work a 9 to 5 and pay you and all the abuse that you guys have done to me my whole life. Like, I'm not going to pay you, bro. I'm not going to fucking, no. If anything, I need to be compensated for all this emotional abuse and this energetic harm and all of the attacks on my children and I. Like, me and my kids need to be compensated. Like, my mom Destiny swapped the fuck out of me. She's a witch. And she says that she's Christian, but you should see her eyes. She's got these rings around like the corners of her eyes. Yeah, my eye makeup's messed up right now because I showered twice, but she has these rings around her eyes, and they look like green reptilian, like bluish gray rings. Sometimes they'll change, like chameleons, like lizards, and it's so fucking weird. But reptilians can have, they can give birth to star realms, like star system realms, like from, you know, Lemuria, Pleiades, Mintaka. So we're going to shake some of this here. Yeah, it's like, don't target me. Like, and I'm just getting attacked like all day, like today and 48 hours, and they're trying to push me out or trying to like make me pay them. And it's just like, okay, you don't take any accountability or responsibility for what you've done to me and my children and what you've taken away from my life and what you stole from me. Like, it goes against the law of nature for a good nurturing mother to be away from her baby and her kids. It's just not right. It's not right. Like, the situation is backwards as fuck. And I've tried everything magically, and they're still here. So fucking beyond frustrating. All because the woman wants money and she's greedy and money hungry, and she didn't care if her light realm grandchildren and baby got affected by the darkness's abuse. And then my other friend was like, she was like, your mom must have a dark heart like that. I'm like, yep, their hearts are black. She must be from their realm. And my nephew is an alpha draconian, and my mother is a reptilian, and my sister is just from the dark realms, like her ex, like her fucking children's dads. And then she got 2 abortions, and then she blames me, saying that oh, I'm jealous of you, you have 2 daughters. Hello, you didn't have to kill your babies. Like, okay, if you get an abortion, you were raped, okay, that's like another story. But it's just like, don't put that on me. Like, don't guilt trip me because you decided not to bring 2 of your babies into the world. Who knows, 1 or 2 of them could have been girls. So don't get mad at me, don't get jealous of me, don't project on me. And that's another example about archons. And my mother likes it. She sucks this energy and she thinks it's entertaining. She used to make fun of my nerves and be like, like, that's how wicked she is. Like, in here, it's like there's nothing left. It's all numb and hollow. Like, survivor daughters of narcissistic mothers, like, we go through so much shit. And then it's like, my dad, he did something to me when I was 12 and I got away, luckily, before it was like the full extent of what he did. And when I told my mother, she became my enemy, and I lost my parents both that day when I was 12. And then my best friend died when I was 15. He got hit really bad by this white van who ran a red light, and then he hit my best friend off of his bicycle, and he skidded on his head for 30 feet. And I was a sophomore in high school, and my dad and my mom never let me go to the funeral. So it was just so much. Like, I was 15, I lost like my bestest friend, my soulmate friend. My sister had schizophrenic, psychotic delusions, was on, psychotropic medications. I had to regulate her, I had to give her baths, I was made to run after her when she went outside naked so my mom wouldn't get humiliated. Like, I was basically like the fall guy. Like, and it's like, it won't end. And it's like, I don't want to believe that, like, I did something really bad in a past life to deserve this type of karma, but it's like, it's making me almost feel like that today. So their projections have got to go. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Leo, I can't get you out. I don't have the key to that room. And then my nephew is very abusive, and then he punches holes in doors, and he like messed up this window, and then like there's no closet door on this. And like when I moved in, like the door wasn't here, and so I had to like sleep on the back patio, a patio chair, and then I'd sleep in the back seat of my mom's SUV. And I was living on a stairwell, and they knew, and they were sitting there telling my mom not to let me and my kids and my baby back into the house. It's just such a fucked up situation. And now my other nephew, he won't even come here because he feels fucking guilty. And I want to talk about that little fuck. Okay, because I'm very angry with him. Because he had no business coming here, swearing under oath lies, saying that my spiritual gifts were crazy. And he had no right to send the cops over here to monitor me and put me in the hospital and force me in front of all the neighbors in this whole street and neighborhood. There was like 5 or 6 squad cars. Forcing me to call their fathers to come and get them, and then taking me away in a cop car to a psych ward. And I am not delusional at all. I'm not like my fucking sister, my mom. So I really like... It's just not fair. So I'm going to... I've gotten away many times. Yes, I did have 2 jobs when I worked in the plaza. It's not like I refused to work. But it's also like, okay, you're telling me to get a job, but then you take the car all the time and sabotage me. And then when I have interviews, that one has to be to work. Her son has a Beamer. He doesn't work. Why can't he help? Why can't he give her the Lexus in the front? Or why can't he drive her to... Right now, she has my mother's SUV that she gave me after my brother died. And she just fucking sits there for like 7 hours. It sits there at her job, and then me and my mother, I have to walk everywhere for my groceries, which is fine. I'm getting thinner and more beautiful. I'm getting hotter, so it is what it fucking is. Like, they want to be wicked like this. Let them get targeted and attacked in the rest of this life and in their next lives. May the tables fucking turn. So, and they will soon. I'm sorry, Leo, I can't get you out. I don't have the key and I don't have permission. I can't. So, this is the Lemurian Mintalkin. It's just, my life would be so much better if these people just didn't keep stealing my energy like this and making me upset. Because they're doing it today. They're doing it. And he does this shit on purpose to ruin my life. I am very hated on for my gifts, my beauty, my talent. I'm never what, you know, you heard about me or what they say. Lies come from a jealous woman that can't be you or a man that can't have you. It's the truth. And I've rejected a lot of just trashy people like that. And I'm not going to give my energy away freely anymore, and I'm not going to bend. I'm not going to play small. They fear my power. They feed off my energy. No one's allowed to feed off of my life force chi energy anymore. So I'm constantly burning Quita Maldición as well as Yagruma. So, I am going to burn a bay leaf. And I'm not going to give the Archons what the fuck they want. And I'm not going to give her money after she let her own grandson and her own granddaughters get attacked and abused by this Archon piece of shit. And get separated from their mother. And she knows that I was a better mother than my sister. She knows. And my sister was allowed to keep her fucking trashy, lower vibrational kids. And I was separated from mine. Anyways. I am going to just keep tapping on this glass, and I'm going to keep speaking my truth. I still can't believe sometimes, like, I was living on a stairwell. I was living with my daughters in a car during the summer and spring months. It was so hot, and it's just like we weren't allowed back here. Like, this is like, at this point, I don't know. I feel like it's Jinn. D-J-I-N-N. I feel like it's Jinn related. So turmeric is really a really good spice for... I feel so bad for that dog. And it's like, I feel bad for you guys because you have to listen to it during my session. My nephew has it coming. My nephews and my sister, they have it coming in their next life and the rest of this life. I don't know how much longer they're going to get away with this and what they've been doing, but their time is up soon. My reign is just beginning because I just came into my power, and I literally just survived a plaza. I survived getting sexually battered. I was stealthed by a man. Stealthed. S-T-E-A-L-T-H-E-D. It's when you don't give consent to take the condom off. It's just like a lot of stuff like happened last year. It was like May all the way up until now, basically. That's why I'm saying, like, you guys, like, if you guys feel a certain type of way about someone and you really dislike someone, and I told my sister this, I was like, you know, I heard you talking about me. You're always sitting there talking bad about me to your sons and to your best friend. Like, channel that hateful energy. I was like, you guys need to channel that hateful energy towards me into something, like, good for you guys. Like, channel it into a different type of energy. Like, channel your hatred into something you like to do instead of focusing on my life. She's like, whatever. And then she was like, you need to stop talking shit. And I'm just like, you're toxic as fuck. Like, you need so much help. I don't care if you have a schizophrenic diagnosis or a borderline or a fucking, I don't care. You don't use that to just be enabled to be toxic. And my mother saved her whole life. It's just, it's not right. Like, the wrong daughter. Like, she destiny swapped us because I was not the favorite child. Like, she wanted me to be crazy and, like, fat and ugly like my sister and mentally ill like her. And then she wanted my sister to be beautiful and, like me. And she destiny swapped us to where, like, she helped her crackhead ex hit their kids who are now grown. They're still in the house. And then my light realm kids, my beautiful fairy, elf, mermaid, and my beautiful archangel, my earth angel son, they're with their dads, you know? And that's just, that's awful. And it's like, if you can't even be with your kids because of these archons, and like I said, I cannot work a 9 to 5 anymore with my spiritual ascension gifts this strong. I can't be around archons. I can't be around mortals. People just piss me off at this point, as well as the trauma. So thank you for listening and for being in this session. This is also some tarragon. This is one of my favorite herbs right now. And I'll make up for the session later, like when he's out of the cage. I don't care. I know that you're going to hear them talking. They're extremely toxic individuals, and they hook into you. They hook into me, and then they steal my joy. So like, you see me today, like, I'm anxious as fuck. I've already had 2 showers. I ate. I walked 6 miles. You know, I don't mind doing all that, but it's like, don't treat me like a trash bag. Don't treat me like shit, because I'm not going to fucking take it. Like, she walks in the house, and I said this earlier, and she was like, it smells in here. And I was like frying an eggplant, an egg, and some oil. And I was like, yeah, it smells like my cooking. And then she goes to my sister and was like, hey, what are you eating? Oh, can you help me with this letter? It's like, and then she's like, oh no, I treat you all the same. What are you talking about? And then like my nephew takes the pit bull, my brother's dog, away from Bella, my mermaid daughter, and like traumatizes her one night. What do you guys think? Leave in the comments, what do you think I should do about the situation? I know a lot of you would be like, work hard, move away. Okay. Tell me what you think in the comments. Okay, because lately the attacks have been really heavy the past 48 hours. And I'm not going to let them push me out of my father's house. My father is rolling in his grave right now. He would not want me to be away from my kids. Like, at the end of his life, he was on medication for like 1 year and 3 months, or a year, not even 1.5 years. Or was it 1.5 years? I don't remember. But he was normal, and like, gave him for everything. And I was just like, I wasn't making excuses for him, but like, he was like, hey, like, how are you doing? How are you feeling? No one else in the family ever acted like this to me. They didn't give a fuck about how I felt. They only cared about each other. And they cared about this archon, and they bend for him. I'm trying to see if he's back. They bend for him, and they'll be like, oh, I don't know if Cody wants Leo in the cage or outside. I have to ask Cody. Like, you don't run shit here. This isn't his dad's house. Like, move the fuck out. It's just so debilitating on, like, the nervous system. Like, all of the shit that's happened. And they're still getting away with it and getting enabled. Like, and my mother knows this. And she'll just sit there all calm, like, give me that, like, air. Like, she's so satisfied to see me in pain and tortured and suffering. And she just lets it happen. Some fucking bullshit. And I was away. I moved to Extended Stay America in 2020 for 13 months. I moved away in 2021 again for some reason, 13 months again. And then I was gone from November of last year all the way till like almost August 1st. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So 10 months. But they always suck me back in. So let's just cut some cords now, because I need to do this. And I apologize for this vent. I'm just like really high strung, stressed the fuck out. Let's tap on these too. I just want to tap on these. And these are like way too big for me, but I'm sorry, Leo. I'm sorry, you guys. I have headphones. I'm sorry, you guys, if you're feeling this energy. I don't have sage right now. If you guys can make a donation so I can get some sage, I would really appreciate it. I need to get some white sage because I need to lift these energies. Like, I have, the only, like, curse breakers that I have right now is this Yagruma right here, as well as this Quita Maldición right here. Little bag. It's like a little bag compared to the Yagruma. I did have Siempre Viva, which is leaf of life. It was miracle leaf, and I loved to boil that and pour it over my head in the shower after it cooled. I have, you know what? I have Angelica. Let me grab some Angelica. Maybe if I burn that, I'll feel better. Because I'm not, you could see in my nerves today, I'm very anxious because they're not hearing me. Like, they hear me, but they don't give a fuck, and they're just doing whatever they want. But if someone did all of this shit to them, they would be, like, in the psych ward or in jail, because they would be like, what the fuck? You're disrespecting me? Oh, hell no. Da-da-da-da-da. And then they would fucking go to jail. They couldn't handle it to be done to them, but they could do it all day to you. It's so toxic. So I'm gonna grab some Angelica out of here. This is my Angelica. I'm gonna be burning this. You know, and I like my next door neighbors to the right of me. They also have 2 daughters, and they've always been like ultra nice to me. They don't like my mother. Shh. Gee, I wonder why. Okay, so I'm going I'm going to put this in here. No, they're cool though with me. Like, I don't have a problem with them. But like, there's like 6 to 9 other neighbors that are just assholes to me because she's went and like spread lies about me, which is not cool. Where did I put that? Okay, I should have got 2 of these. I like these, but I need to be careful with the tips of these nails. So this is Angelica, but I haven't seen it like this. Ooh, I like it. So we're gonna burn this. Okay, now I feel this pressure and this energy lifting. I caught my sister making the evil eye to me while I was frying my eggplant today. And today, like, I just want to say that, like, eggplant is so good. And it was from my upper star realms. Like, we ate things that tasted like eggplant there. And we ate, like, lots of leaves and, like, seaweed and a lot of things like spinach. And these people will seriously like wish me so much harm, and it's just like clear it now, like just clear it. It's so nice to light Angelica. I don't know if you guys seen the movie, and it's on free on YouTube. It's called Grand Avenue, and it's with this girl named Justine and her family, and they're from like an Indian. I like loved that movie. My mother, she used to put it on for me all the time when I was a little girl. And they have it for free on YouTube. I was watching it like a couple weeks ago the other night, and I was like, oh my god, I remember I was like 10 and she would like make me watch this and like put me in front of the TV. Ooh, I like this. I like this lighter. Ooh, yes. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. My other lighter from Walmart didn't serve, but this Dollar Tree lighter, it's good. Gonna light all of this Angelica. I'm gonna watch the tip of this nail over here. So this lighter is shooting far, you guys. And I have so much to burn too. Because I have like, you should see like all of the herbs that I saved from these sessions. You wanna see? Like, I am such a truth teller. Like, I can't lie for the shit of me. Look at all of this like bay leaf and cinnamon stick and yagruma in here. And a little bit of Angelica and some coffee grounds. Because if you put coffee grounds in alchemy, it enhances the intention. Like, it makes everything more powerfully stronger. So I have a ton of things I need. I'm going to need like 5 lighters. But yeah, like, I love bay leaf and I love cinnamon stick. And I could literally like just be here all day with it. I just don't like when archons push, like job push and religion push on me. And I understand like some people really absolutely have to work. But it's like and this is not an excuse, but like my dad was a Vietnam vet and he got a check for being an honorable discharge because his nerves went out from Agent Orange. He was supposed to fight on the front lines, and this is what he said, but I don't know. He told me when he was alive that the Navy, the ship in the Navy, was like boating him over there, and he heard bombs, and then he started freaking out, and like he like basically acted crazy on purpose so they would take him back so he wouldn't die in the war, which honestly is kind of psychologically smart. Like, he did like reverse psychology, I think that's called, on them, and it worked. And then he got like a check, and he got like 2 checks, and then he was able to come and like build this house for us. And I remember being like, I think I was 5 or 6 at the time, and we came into this house, and I just remember like, it was like on the lake, and I know that my dad had a really big heart, and I know that he didn't mean harm, and like he was a provider man, and I'm sorry, but The world is really missing out on provider mans now. Like, you guys, like, get it together, because I know it's like hard, and I know that like there's a lot of feminists and they're like, oh, I could do everything a man can do but better. But some of us are suffering greatly, because it's like, you know, my dad was a provider, so it's like I grew up with like stability from a man leading the family, like even though it wasn't the greatest emotionally, obviously, like on your nerves, but it's like he still like housed me, like he put a roof over my head, and like it's just like men like that are just dying out, or like they're just like, oh, where do you work, what do you do, where's your job, and then they try to end up using you for what you have, and it's like, where is the pure intentions anymore? Poor Leo, and poor you guys that are listening. I wonder how this is gonna taste on my leaves. Like I like butter leaf salad leaves. They're really, really yummy, from Publix or Walmart. So Publix is here in the South, and I love this color. I love this color so much. Can't you tell? And I have like my like colors today, like my alien colors. You can tell that like I've been working out again, because you see like the line. I'm really trying to focus on my fitness, and it helps me up here deal with all of this. So like sometimes I'll walk like 6 to 12 miles a day. I know it sounds insane, but I don't know how else to cope. I can't really sit down anymore. I have to stand, walk, or lay on my sides because of all the trauma that was integrated from their attacks and all this abuse into the body. But I'm trying to release all of this. And oh, I feel the breeze coming in, so it's getting colder. So I'm in Winter Park, Florida, and it's like really hot down here all the time. And today it was hot, but like I got to walk in nature in the sun. Poor Leo. I wish I could just find a key. I can't even find the key, because I try to look for it, and I wish I could just let him out, but I just don't want him to call the cops on me, and I don't want to go, you know, to be taken into custody. I'm trying my best to like be like civil about this. And then especially like if I leave, this motherfucker will come into my room and he will like throw shit away. Be toxic as all fuck. One time I caught bags of my herbs like this in the lake behind the house, floating like right in between the fountains. I was like, and I was opening a business at the time, and it was called Sun Goddess Magic with a CK. And that's my original Cash App. So if you want to make a donation so I could get more spiritual tools like crystals, and even, oh, I need dragon's blood incense and Nag Champa, and some sage for you guys, and some like candles, then please make a donation. I will upload it in the description box. I only use Cash App right now because PayPal changed like all these rules, and I had a PayPal, but I honestly have not stayed up. I haven't stayed active on it. I used to have Buy Me a Coffee, because I was like on that whole like twin flame reader thing a long time ago. And then I just was like, I saw a meme years later, and it was just like Rose from Titanic, and she was like, it said, I mean, she wasn't like, but like it was a picture of her like older on the boat, and it was just like, when your twin flame says he's gonna come back, but it's been 87 years. I just thought it was funny, and it's so fucking true, because it's like, bro, if your twin flame has been encapsulated by a karmic and he marries a karmic, and you cut those cords even before that, your soul connection is just condemned. I'm sorry, but... So this is some thyme. I like putting this in my hot tea. And then they started sabotaging my teapots. So they literally fucking put like a spatula of like green stuff in my herbal teapot. And then like she like messed with my ground beef that I cooked, and like it's not in the drawer anymore. Like it's like, don't fuck with me. Like, okay, so in the comments below, tell me what you think I should do. If like the cops don't help, the mental health facilities don't keep them long enough, what do you think I should do at this point? So anyways, I know all of you would be like, just get a job and leave. Like, you know, it's not that fucking easy on my nerves with all this trauma and all the shit that I've been through with them. Not even easy to say the least. So I'm going to start pulling cords out. There we go. I'm like, why is it not making the noise? And I got these from Dollar Tree. This one broke. This was like a roller, and then it broke. The handle broke off, and then this is a gua sha stone, to where like you could put it on your face and like massage it with oils, but I don't even use it for that until it gets really hot and like I come back from a walk. And if for some reason I can't use the shower, I will just like, it's really cold, so like it'll just like bring the white back to my face because it gets like really rosy here from my Italian side. So I'm part Italian. So if you're wondering what I am, I just don't really want to tell my other part because I'm not very proud of it. It's kind of humiliating, and I know it's just sad, but it's just like what she's done to me. And it's just so much humiliation, shame, and guilt from like abuse and like their projections. So we're ending a near session, an hour session. Hang on one second. I'm gonna lock that door. Just, you never know what they'll do. But yeah, I'm gonna speak my truth. And there's someone else on this YouTube, and her name is San the Witch, and she's a shamaness, and she's a Nordic healer, and she is a mentor, and she literally has like the best session of energy vampires. Like, she will literally go like this, and she's the shamaness, and she will be like, I'm pulling, and like she'll do like it. I love her healing style. Like, I love it, and she pulls all kinds of stuff out of you. So like, go and see her channel too. And I'm gonna get to that point again soon. I just need to really focus on my own energy and block out their energy. I'm just this extra sensitive person, and it's really not my fault. Like, I just get so affected and just sucked in. Like, I'm like a sponge. Like, I sponge other people's energies. Like, I was made like this way. So it's really, you cannot blame me. But like, sometimes in her session, like, I'll feel blamed, and she'll just be like, they subconsciously do this and you subconsciously engage in it. And it's like, well, is it my fault? Like, I felt like kind of like attacked, but I know she means well, so I'm not trying to take it to heart. That's how sensitive I am, you know? So like, sometimes I like wonder like about my life. I'm just like, what would it be like if I would have been from like a nurturing, non-narcissistic Archon reptilian mother? What would it have been like if my sister would have had Brian's baby before Matt's, and she didn't abort Brian's baby? Like, my whole life would be different. Like, they've really affected me and like ruined a lot of my, like, the first 40 years of my life. It's gone now. And I'm like looking back on my life like, you know? And it's like, this is another example of energy vampires. They feed off of your energy. They feed off of your chi life force in here. And it's like they sabotage all of my like endeavors, all of my aspirations, like, and they'll just stay here and they'll like intrude on my father's house, and I'm just like, why are you here? And then they'll sit there and listen to my conversations, or like they'll listen to my sessions, or they'll just focus on me, and then they'll wish really hard. And then like me and my nephew, we have this telepathic bond. As much as toxic as he is, we can communicate telepathically, and then he likes to astral project to me sometimes as well. So it's just so hard, and I'm like trying so hard to like release this tie. I'm really trying. But it would have helped if there was like one person alive in my family that would have stood up for me, you know, and had my back and been like, look, she's a sensitive starseed. She's a walk-in soul. Like, go easy on her. Like, just don't disrespect her. And like taught them how not to disrespect and how not to intrude. And it would have been like, okay, well, maybe you guys need to move out and just lay off her. I wish I had like a masculine figure in this life and be like, leave her alone and like protect me sometimes, because it's like I'm protected by the goddesses and the dragons and, you know, my guides. But it would have been really nice if there was like one person, you know what I mean, like a masculine energy that would have been like had my back and just really fully protected me and like showed them that, you know, I am worthy, even though I do know my worth and I am worthy. Because they look at my ex like, oh, he did you dirty and you ain't shit and like you're trash. Like, this is how they are to me. They're wicked, beyond wicked. And it's just like, then I get targeted for my beliefs. Oh, you need to pray, you need to go to church, you need to do this. And it's just like, you need to get a job, you need Archon, shut the front door. You know what I mean? Like, just get away from me, like, with that bad energy. Like, I know what's right for my body and my life. And like, I had to get like 2 major surgeries already because it went into my health, and their attacks, like, it was witchcraft, and the doctors didn't know what the fuck it was, and I had to get sewn up twice from their attacks. And it was just like, I was in a bathtub like for like 8 or 9 years, almost a decade of my whole 30s. I just want to shake this energy away. It's just really bad energy. It's disgusting energy, like San the Witch says, or San. I did a session with her this morning, and my nephew was like listening the whole time. Like, he got up early to intentionally, okay, make eggs so I couldn't go and boil my teas or make my turmeric drinks, you know, with my ginger and my pineapple juice and my carrot juice and the papaya seeds. And he was just kind of like, the energy was like, haha, bitch, like, I beat you, like, I'm in here now, so you can leave the house if you don't like it. Like, you know, and I could read him like a book, like, we're telepathic like that. But I'm not an energy vampire. I'm the one that they plug in for their energy life force. So we are going to do a cutting of, we're going to do more cutting with the smoky quartz seer and the black tourmaline. We're going to pull. So we're going to get all this energy out. Excuse me. And I promise you, like, after I upload this one, I'm going to come back with a lot more calmness and tranquility. It's an hour, so I'm going to end the session with good vibes and a crystal tap with the Earth Shaman crystal, the calcite. And thank you so much for being here. And this is live examples, or just examples of energy vampires, and I'm a living, walking spiritual warrior, proof that if I can survive it, and I've been through all this and I'm still alive, so can you. Never doubt yourself. Never doubt your worth. Don't play small for anyone. Don't shrink yourself down or dumb yourself down. Don't try to fit in. Stand out. Be intellectual. Be your own individual self. Do projects that move you, that move your soul. Act from your heart space, and always send love. It's just like, maybe I should have went into the woods and screamed, but I didn't want the Archonic government Freemasons to hear me, because they're all right here at the Freemason Lodge. And I'm going to be posting pictures, because I took pictures of the Archonic agenda, as well as the towers and the Freemason Lodge today. So I'm going to be uploading them after I upload this. Please check the description box and subscribe to me. And if you can, please make a donation so I can get more spiritual tools. Like today, I had a donation come in. Thank you. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I went and got Florida water. But I need white sage really bad. And I need some more protection herbs, as well as some candles. Love and light. And light and truth. And thank you for being here. And thank you for existing. And you matter. And I love you. Thank you, Star Fam.